to Dickinson County Fair. This morning we're going to start the beef show off with the 4-H Clover Kids Bottle Bucket Show.
Dickinson County Beef Buddies is the first order. Yes, there's the Beef Buddies, and then we have the Clover Kids as well. Okay. Up in the window, there were 100 of them. I can announce them so I know who's coming in. Because if on the program it said Beef Buddies was first and then Clover Kids. Is what I was told. That's fine, Teresa. Yeah.
Here we go. Hi.
It's on.
Yep. Made it on time.
Good morning. Coming into the ring are our Dickinson County 2022 Beef Buddies. These kids have been working with calves from their own or from Jones Dairy. The first one in the ring is Sirloin, shown by Amelia Myrie. Second is Tim, shown by Briar Gebel. Third is Cookie, shown by Riley Bachman. Number 4 is Pedro, shown by Austin Lortz. Number 5 is Jack, by Whitaker Henningsen. Number 6 is Max, shown by Thomas Henningsen. Number 7 is Brownie, shown by Emily Feebig. Number 8 is Bully, shown by Eli Feebig. Number 9 is Rudolph, shown by Maverick Harwood. And number 10 is Pickles, shown by Bo Harwood. We actually have 20 Beef Buddies this year, so we decided to put them into 2 classes so everybody can do this. And our judge for the Beef Buddies this morning is Art Hamrick. He's from Fostoria. And he told me that the highlight of his year is coming up here and seeing the fair.
All in here now? Okay. Well, good morning, everybody, and it's good to see you here. And you know, what a better program than the Beef Buddies. I hats off to your parents, your grandparents for supporting you. And kids, it's great to see you here with a smile. And was it easy to get up this morning? Yeah, real easy, wasn't it? Because we all get excited. Yes, that's cool. Well, I'm going to go along, folks, and I'm going to talk to these individuals and see what they have to say. Are you number 1 here? Oh, okay. Can you tell the crowd your name?
Briar.
Brian, okay. And Brian, does this calf like to eat? What does he like for food?
Grain.
What do you give him every day? Is corn, oats, hay?
Hay.
What's his favorite, do you think?
Milk.
Milk? Oh, you bet. Sounds good. Well, congratulations. Hi, how are you? And I have your name?
Amelia.
Elliot. And what does your calf like for breakfast?
Grass.
Grass? Oh, that's a good product. And does he like milk too?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Well, cool. Well, good to see you here this morning. Hi, how are you? And your name?
Riley.
Riley, how are you this morning?
Good.
Good, good. Riley, how old is your calf? When was he kind of born?
I don't know.
You don't know? Oh, okay. Did he be like a May calf or somewhere in there?
I have no idea.
Yeah. Shit. Well, good project, and glad you're here today.
Look on this tag, it might tell you. He was born on 3/5.
Okay, and who do I have here?
Maverick Harwood.
Maverick, how are you this morning?
Good.
Good. You got a nice project there. What do you think he weighs?
Like
250? 275, somewhere in there?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Well, good to see you here this morning. Good morning. How are you? And your name?
Austin.
Austin, how are you doing this morning?
Good.
Good. And what's your calf's name?
Pedro.
Pedro. Cool. He's a dandy. Yeah. Does he like to eat too? The milk and all the above?
He likes to eat sweet feed.
He likes to what?
He likes to eat sweet feed.
Oh, all right. Yes. Well, good luck to you this morning, and thanks for being here. Good morning. And your name?
Thomas.
Norman. Okay. And you got a pretty red calf this morning, right? Yeah. That's cool. And is he a good eater too?
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. So, yes. And where do you live at?
Milford, Iowa.
Milford, Iowa. Cool. That's a good place to be. Well, thank you, and good luck this morning. Good morning. And your name?
Whitaker.
Whitaker. You've got a beautiful calf there. Is he? What's his make? Is he what breed? Is he kind of a Hereford? And he's a pretty good friend? Does he lead pretty good? No, he don't. Well, that comes along with it. It's kind of like us. We get a little bit stubborn once in a while too, right? Yeah. Well, glad you're here this morning. Hey, good morning, and how are you? And your name?
Eli.
Eli. All right. And what color is your calf?
Black.
Yeah. And is he a good eater? Yeah. Does he like grass and all that good stuff? Yeah. So did you train him to lead here this morning? I seen all of you out here going after it. That was cool. He kind of spit at us, didn't he? Well, good luck to you. What we got next? It's okay. Don't be shy. How are you this morning?
Good.
And you tell everybody your name?
Emmy.
Emily, cool. And what color is your calf here this morning?
Black and brown.
All right, yeah. Is he a good eater?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you feed him every morning and night and all that
Yep.
good? Cool. What do you feed him? What kind of product?
Grain and hay.
Grain and hay. So, yes. Well, good luck to you this morning. Thank you. Good morning. How are you? I like that smile. That's a good way to start the day. Can you tell everybody your name?
Oh.
All right. And what color is your calf here this morning?
Black.
All right. Is he a good eater?
Mhm.
Cool. Is this your first year of showing?
Mhm.
Yeah, well, you hang in there tough. There's nothing neater than you beef buddies, so it's been my pleasure to be here today with you. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Well, there you have it, folks. A nice lineup with some young kids that, we're so blessed because these kids get a hands-on with a project, and thanks to the parents again, and I can't say enough. And if you'd all join me in giving them a hand, I'd sure appreciate it. And in my books, these kids are all winners, so they're all blue ribbon.
Thank you for doing this.
Oh, glad to. My pleasure. It's fun like this. Yeah. Good to see us doing projects and all the above. So. Yes, it is. Yeah. I'm. Accordingly okay. I just went to Dr. Polk again yesterday, but he's helped me being active.
I know.
But, yeah, but I've got a good summer. That's good. And I think summer kind of helps you be more active, so you takes it off your mind and you've got stuff to do and get it done. So how about you? Are you healing?
Well, Coke has kept me going, and then I'm on gabapentin. But
Yeah.
that lady in Rochester says that sooner or later that arthritis is slow growing. They'll just
Yeah.
that I'll probably, depending on how long I live, but
Yeah.
have to have an operation.
Yeah. It's. I'm trying to shy away from that as long as we can because I've heard pros and cons where it helps you and sometimes it don't
Don't
help.
help. Sometimes it makes
Just
it worse.
yeah. That's right.
And I don't want to have some of them that get incontinence and then they got to wear a diaper. I really don't want to do
Oh,
that.
I don't know. You're exactly right. You know what? You're no different than I am. We want to live life as full as we can, and then if I'm supposed to go, take me. But
That's right.
I don't want to hang out.
I don't have to.
No, we've done some good things. It's hard to believe we're past the halfway point. 50 years ago. I know. But yeah, life is good. Yeah.
Morning, Teresa.
Here, here's the mic. I'm sorry.
Okay, this starts our second group. Coming in for this one, let's see, 2. And we have Bronco, shown by Brooks Meeting, and Cucumber, shown by Bennett Meeting, Brownie by Bradley Simpson, Nova by Kyla Williams, Blue by Annika Riesberg, Nala by Emerson Smith. Did Maya come, Emerson? Okay. Freddie by Nora Sandy, Luna by Kate Dockstead, and Maya by Blake Smith.
All right. What a blessing. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Hopefully they do. Like a good.
Looks like we're kind of ready to go here, folks. All right. Well, welcome, kids, and nice projects. And I see some of the calves are feeling their oats a little bit, but that's okay. You know what? We all do. So, and good morning to you. And who do I have here?
Bennett.
Bennett. And you got a nice project here. What do you think he weighs?
I don't know.
350 maybe? 300?
Maybe.
Maybe, yeah. Well, it looks like you're feeding him the right things. And what does he like for breakfast?
Mostly corn.
Mostly corn, yeah. A little bit of hay? Yeah, you bet. Well, good luck to you. Good morning, young man. And your name?
Brooks.
Brett. And
Brooks.
Brooke. Okay, you straightened me out there, and that's good. I need all the help I can get here this morning because, yeah. And what is your calf like for feed?
Corn.
Corn. And has he been off the milk very long, or does he still get a little?
He still has one bottle. But
Okay, yeah. It's hard to get away from that one. That's good stuff. Yeah. Well, good talking to you this morning. Good luck. Good morning. And your name?
Bradley.
Bradley, and you got a nice calf there with a pretty halter on him. And is he a pretty good eater?
Yep.
Yeah. And is this? How many years have you done this now?
I just started this year.
Oh, cool. Good. Well, welcome aboard. Good morning, and your name?
Kyla.
Kyla. And what color is your calf here this morning?
Black.
Black. And has he been a pretty good project so far?
Yep.
Cool. Well, good seeing you here this morning. Good morning, and your name?
Emerson.
Emerson. And wow, what a pretty calf.
Thank you.
Does he behave good?
Sorta.
Sorta, yeah. Does he run away from you, or do you gotta corner him, or is he? Yeah.
I don't really know.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, good project, and welcome to the Beef Buddies. Good morning, and your name?
Eva.
Eva. And what color is your calf? Kind of.
Brown and kind of black.
Okay, good answer. He looks pretty friendly. He'd like to give me a kiss,
Yeah.
wouldn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. Is he kind of that way at home too?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Well, good luck to you.
Thank you.
Good morning, and who do we have here? Your name?
Nora.
Laura, and what's your calf's name?
Freddie.
Oh, cool. He's a dandy. Have you had him very long?
No.
No? Do you like this kind of project?
Yeah.
It's kind of fun to pet him, isn't it?
Mhm.
You bet. Well, welcome aboard. Good morning, and your name?
Kate.
Kate, and what color is your calf?
Brown.
Brown, and any and where did you get this calf at?
I don't really know.
Oh, wow. Yeah. That's a good answer. It's okay. Yeah. So, do you like this buddy project?
Yeah.
Good. Well, good to see you here this morning. Good luck. Good morning, and how are you, and your name?
Blake.
All right. That calf's pretty bigger than you are. Wow. Does he behave pretty good?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah. And what's his name?
Maya.
All right. Well, you've got a dandy calf there, and good luck to you this morning. Hey, good morning, and your name?
Illy.
It's okay. Don't be shy. I was there once. Long time ago, though.
Illy.
All right. And what's your calf's name?
Blue.
Blue. All right. Has he been a pretty good project? Yeah. Well, welcome aboard, and good to see you here. Well, there you have it, folks. Another group of them buddy calves, and these kids are doing a great job here today, and we're going to also give them blue ribbons, by golly. And with that, does that kind of conclude what we have? Well, I can't thank you people enough for being here. We got a crowd, and that's what makes the world go round. Thank you. And it's been my pleasure to come and visit you people this morning, and I got to thank the Swallers and Aaron and all of them for inviting me.
Let's have another round of applause for our judge this morning, Art Hamrick. And I'd like Aaron, can you come in for just a moment, please? This is the young lady, and I call her that because I could be her mom. Anyway, who has kind of taken over helping us get this Beef Buddy program, so those that want to experience livestock but maybe don't have a place to keep it, don't have the ability to buy one on their own, she has taken from Jones Dairy and let the kids use these animals, and I think she deserves a big round of applause for all the work she's done.
Good work. Okay, the next class coming in will be the 4-H Clover Kids Bottle Bucket Show. Those that are in this class are Thomas Henningsen, kindergarten from Milford. Lennon Umscheid, 2nd grade, Milford. Amelia Meyer, 2nd grade, Milford. Jax Botel, kindergarten, Lake Park. Neely Botel, 3rd grade, Lake Park. Austin Lortz, 2nd grade, Milford. And Carter Johnson, 2nd grade, Milford. Our judge for this morning's show is Weston Geppert from Mitchell, South Dakota. Yep. Yeah, that's good to know.
Well, good morning. This is a great program. Watching this county fair from the past couple of years that I've been able to be here and be a part of, and it's really great to see the Beef Buddies, and then we get into the Clover Bud division, and we got a great group of young kids out here that are doing a great job. They're like a black lab on opening pheasant day. They're just yanking at the chain, getting right on after it, and I really appreciate that. These young kids did a great job bringing these calves out. Everyone give these young individuals a big round of applause. Congratulations to every one of you.
Okay, once again, the kids that were in the Bottle Bucket Show are Thomas Henningsen, kindergarten from Milford. Lennon Umscheid, 2nd grade, Milford. Amelia Meyer, 2nd grade, Milford. Jax Botel, kindergarten, Lake Park. Neely Botel, 3rd grade, Lake Park. Austin Lort, 2nd grade, Milford. and Carter Johnson, second grade Milford. Let's give these kids one more round of applause as they leave the arena. Special thanks to the Dickinson County Ag Society, CFE, and the Dickinson County Cattlemen's for sponsoring the ultrasounding scans for our beef of the merit class this year.
Okay, sounds good. Is there a first class showmanship?
Yes, ma'am.
So the juniors can watch.
Judge came up to me and was like, how fast do you think you can get out of here? I was like, isn't that up to you?
I'd like it to be somewhere.
Her shirt says Purina. You should go talk to them and get their names. I can do that.
Okay, our first class of the beef show today
Joe Nellis and Allison.
is the Senior Beef Showmanship.
How do you spell that?
Jamin Eilers will be first. Kendall Niemeyer, Allison Wallace, Kelsey Errett, Riley Johansson, Miley Ouija, Aiden Quayle, Anthony Quayle, Dylan Whitrock, Sullivan Radcliffe, Sophia Lorch, and Wyatt Lorch. These are your senior beef showmen.
in our first heat of the senior showmanship. A really good group of individuals out here, and I think when it comes to showmanship, it separates yourself pretty well. When you come out here, there's some kids that are doing things extremely well, and some kids need a little more work and a little more practice down the road. If you're a young exhibitor, I encourage you to stand ringside and watch these older individuals and learn from them, because I think there's a good representation of what an excellent showman should be like. I'll go ahead and pull out 3 individuals off of this heat, and then we'll bring them back after the second heat, and we'll get you a top 4. Young lady with the Charlet, will you pull her out? Young lady with the Baldy, and young lady with the black heifer right there. Those will be your 3. Congratulations.
Out of that first group will be Allison Wallace, Kelsey Arrett, and Riley Johansson.
So it's all of them.
Okay, in the second set of beef showmen for the senior division is Aiden Quayle, Anthony Quayle, Dylan Whitrock, Sullivan Radcliffe, Sophia Lorch, and Wyatt Lorch.
a really nice heat of senior showmen. When you get out here, there's not much differences between them all. They all do something extremely well, and I give you all credit. I think that there's some subtle differences in terms of the way you handle yourself, and then sometimes your calf wants to get a little rambunctious as well. But as long as you're calm and cool and collective, you got everything put together, and give me a good look at your calf. I think this is a good representation of that. With that being said, we'll take these first three young boys here back for this final drive. Congratulations to all the exhibitors here on a great showmanship heat.
So out of this group, it'll be Aiden Quayle, Anthony Quayle, and Dylan Whitrock. The other three, Allison Wallace, Kelsey Eyre, and Riley Johansson, will be coming back in to join them.
As we get our two heat finalists out here in our champion lineup of senior showmen, I just want to take a second and recognize how well presented all these cattle are and how well these showmen are working together with their calf. It's kind of a teamwork deal for me when it comes to it. You've got to work together with your calf. You got to know that calf inside and out, and how you work with that calf and present it to the judge. And it's really helpful when it comes to evaluating these bigger shows. When you come into a lineup of cattle and they are on point, they're stuck, you can evaluate them and move on. And I want to get you in and out of here at a timely fashion today. I know it's going to get warm. I'm going to go out and select you a top four showmen out of this group. Give these round of applause to these exhibitors on a great lineup of showmen. You want to come with me?
Grand champion beef showman goes to Allison Wallace. Riley Johansson second.
He's not very good at communication. He's like, follow me. And then I shook her hand. He shook her hand, and then she like took the banner from me. And I was like, all right, first place.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah. I think that's kind of how
Last year. Kate was here yesterday too.
At this time, we'd like to welcome and congratulate Claire Schollerman for being crowned the 2022 Dickinson County Queen. Wave to the crowd, Claire. Wave to the crowd. Do your elbow, elbow, wrist, wrist. So next coming in the ring will be the junior beef showmanship. And I think we're going to break these into two groups, two.
Can you help with names? Who's the third one? And then who's after Tristan? It's a Gunderson. It's a Gunderson.
In this group is Brianna Swenson, Tyler Wallace, Tristan Johnson, Liliana Gunderson, and Justine Reese.
In our first group of intermediate showmen, this is a really pivotal time in these young people's career. This is kind of where you can turn the heat up and really get some practice in. This is the years, what I would say, when you can really take advantage of the opportunity that you have of excelling your skills a little farther ahead, getting ahead of the curve, and just a little more practice. There's a group of three. The first three we'll bring back for our final drive of the showman. I think everyone does a great job in this group. Let's give them a big round of applause. Congratulations.
So Tyler, Liliana, and Justine.
Okay.
Bring back in. Tyler Wallace. Yep.
Okay, in that first group, Tyler Wallace and Liliana Gunderson, and Justine Reese will be coming back in after this next group. Okay, in this second group is Caden Swenson, Aubrey Wallace, Gracie Gunderson, Landon Twayton, Lainey Lorch, and Trevor Riesberg.
Another really nice class of our intermediate showmen, and I think the first three do a really good job, and all the way down the line there's some differences you can make. Young man's heifer that led the class off, she just was fighting him, and she's a little tired today, but it'll be all right. I think he'll have a better day, and so will she. But I think this is a great group. We'll bring back these top three for the final drive here in the intermediates, and give these exhibitors a big round of applause. Congratulations to every one of you.
Go out of that class, we have Aubrey Wallace, Gracie Gunderson, and Trevor Riesberg. So the 6 participants in the junior beef showmanship will be Tyler Wallace, Aubrey Wallace, Gracie Gunderson, Liliana Gunderson, Justine Reese, and Trevor Riesberg.
we get our final drive of intermediate showmen back out here, and it really impresses me how good these young kids are getting at showmanship. And it's kind of cliche to say this, but at the showmanship isn't won at the shows, it's won at home. And there's some good representation of these kids out here that can tell they put the work in at home. They've been working with that calf, practicing, getting every inch out of that calf you possibly can. I appreciate it a lot. I'll go out, and there's one that really sticks out for me for your champion, one that kind of hit me pretty hard. I think we'll go out and select your champion. Let's give these exhibitors a big round of applause. Congratulations to everybody.
Champion junior beef showman will be Tyler Wallace.
So, 1 was Tyler Wallace and 2 is Aubrey Wallace.
Okay.
3 is Liliana Gunderson. You need the rest of them?
No. So in this class, Tyler Wallace was first place, second Aubrey Wallace, and Liliana Gunderson third place. We'd like to thank these special people and groups for being beef show donors this week. Bank Midwest, Cooperative Farmers Elevator, Dickinson County Egg Society, Iowa Great Lakes Chamber, Northwest Bank, Spencer Egg Center, State Bank, United Community Bank, Dickinson County Cattlemen's Association, Farm Credit, Okoboji GM Toyota, and the Bloom family for the Bob Bloom Memorial. So let's give all those people a round of applause. They've helped make this possible this week. Okay, so how can these two kids bring in all these calves? They must have lots of helpers.
They have, yeah. You're supposed to have replacement showmen. And those are the tinier ones.
Yeah.
So they should be easier, hopefully.
So it's the Aiden and Anthony Quayle show.
Yep. Well,
So they only brought 2 in out of 7?
Yeah, because this is one of the ones we'll have to scratch whatever doesn't come in. And we write down in so 22 and I think 19 are the home tags. And I can get the information later for the 22 and 19 right now.
So will they just bring?
I don't know if these might just be the ones they end up bringing.
So in this class will be the feeder prospect calf. Females show class number 1, Aiden and Anthony Quayle. are our two participants.
Here's a really nice pair of feeder heifers in this class. Young man's red heifer, I just feel more confident in her and her structure and the way she is built in her knees and an overall foot structure. One that's got just a little more shape than the black heifer. Young man's black heifer, I think, has a lot of really neat pieces about her. She's long-bodied. She's really elegant about her front 1/3. One that just needs a little more time on feed, and will be interesting to see these down the road and how they develop for these young two exhibitors. Give them a big round of applause. Congratulations to those two.
In this first class of feeder prospect calves females, first place goes to Anthony Quayle, second place to Aiden Quayle.
Claire, were those went in ribbons?
Doing a thank you for our water donors for the geographical water. Oh my goodness. Thank Midwest.
So where's the water? Is it free water or just for us people?
It's for the exhibitor staff and volunteers.
Not Bank Midwest.
No? They
No.
didn't donate any?
No, it's Farmer Savings Bank.
That was a good catchy.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, in the second class of feeder prospects, male class, Aiden Quayle, Anthony Quayle, and Tristan Johnson will be the three in this class.
Here's a really nice class of prospect feeder steers and bulls. Young man steer that comes off. I really like his masculinity. That calf's got some muscle. He's got some look. He has a real good foot underneath of him. One that I think is going to be really good for him down the road. Young man's Hereford bull calf got kind of close in the second and third spot here. I opted with the young man's Hereford bull calf. I just think he's got more muscle shape and more true dimension. Young man's calf that runs out the class is green. He's a little lighter in weight per day of age. He's just too feminine for me as a prospect, but he's got a lot of life to live. He's going to be a good calf that gets down the road with a really cool look from the side. Just want to maybe power him up and give him a little more muscle. But a really nice class of feeder steers. Let's give those guys a big round of applause.
In that class of feeder prospect male class, first place going to Anthony Quayle, second place to Tristan Johnson, third place to Aiden Quayle. We'll now start on the breeding heifer classes. First class should be the October birth dates with Jammin Eilers. Eilers. Okay, I got ahead of myself. The next in will be the feeder prospect champions. So they'll bring in the female and the male to pick the feeder prospect calf champion. So in this class, it'll be Anthony Quayle, first place of the female, and second place went to Aiden Quayle. In the male, it was Anthony Quayle and Tristan Johnson. Judge Gebert will now pick out the champion prospect calf.
Really fun to watch these young calves come in the ring, and I wish I had a crystal ball in front of me to tell you how they're all going to turn out, but that's a lot of things, and a lot of time will come, and it'll be interesting to see these cattle develop for these young kids, and I think this is a great start for a project. I'm going to go ahead and use the young man's red heifer as your champion, and we'll go ahead and use the young man with the steer for your reserve feeder calf. Give these kids a big round of applause. Congratulations.
Congratulations, sir.
Anthony and Aiden. Anthony and Aiden. It was Anthony and Anthony? Yeah. George is showing Anthony. Yeah. I thought it said number 4, which was Aiden. No? Just kidding. That wouldn't be right. I don't know.
So, who Anthony?
Maybe not. I don't know. I believe so. We'll get corrected if we...
So champion feeder prospect going to Anthony Quayle, and reserve champion also going to Anthony Quayle. Okay, now we'll start the breeding heifer class. This is October birth date. Jamin Eilers.
Really high quality shark composite type female here to be in the single entry class. One that's got some length of body to her. She's got some muscles. She's square in her top. Maybe want to free her up a little bit in her structure, give her a little more flexibility. But a heifer that I think has some merit, and the young man does a great job with her, and they make quite a pair. Let's give this young man a round of applause. Congratulations on your single entry.
First place going to Jamin Eilers. Next class coming in will be the heifer class August birth date. Ava Rashi and Miley Wedgie.
Really nice pair of heifers here. The young lady's butterscotch heifer needs to win this class for me. Just square from hooks to pins and more shapely over her top and more robust about her rib shape. Gets out and moves fairly well. Has a nice look from the side profile. Big set of feet and legs underneath of her as well. Young lady's heifer that comes in second, I think, is just a little greener. She's just narrower underneath. Pretty fresh in her condition, just needs more time on feed, but two high-quality females that are going to have a lot of future down the road for these young ladies. Let's give them a big hand. Congratulations to you exhibitors.
The heifers with the August birth date, first place going to Miley Wagey and Ava Rashi getting second.
Did he only have Grace? Grace Thompson was the one I was thinking of. Was there a Rasmussen too?
Oh no, Lori Rasmussen. She's the one that was pregnant.
Oh,
Okay. Yeah, sorry. I was thinking the Rasmussen when I heard that name.
Just want to make sure that I didn't.
No, but we'll get you one.
Oh, I didn't know that there was another deer that worked there.
In this class with the heifer with the May birth date, Tyler Tunglin and Kelsey Arrett.
Madison, can you bring the cooler in off the golf cart?
Yep, it's by far.
I'll bring her in. You'll be first. You'll be second. You first. This is a really nice pair of Mayborn heifers. A young man Shar heifer that comes out. I really like her and on the move. She's really flexible at the ground. She's powerful. She's robust. She's really cool from the side when you get her on the standstill. One that maybe could get picked on about having a little bit of shoulder and maybe blending a little bit better about her forerib, but one that I think is really high quality and very deserving of that top spot. Young lady's Baldy heifer. I really like the fundamentals about her. She's long-bodied. She's square from hooks to pins. Really sits down on a good square foot, good hind leg. One that just needs to be a little more elevated in her chest, drop her down in her flank. One that just needs a little more look to from the side, but a really fundamentally correct female. Nice pair of May heifers. Congratulations to you two.
In that class of May birthday heifers, first place going to Tyler Tunglin, second place to Kelsey Arrett. Next class in will be the April birth dates, and that's Caden Swenson coming in.
Keep me organized. You guys are doing great.
If not, I'll show you where the door is, and we can all run. Trust me.
It's kind of funny when I Here's a really nice April heifer in this single entry in this April division. A young man does a great job with this heifer. They're a great pair. I really like this heifer in terms of muscle shape and having squareness from hooks to pins. I really appreciate that about that heifer. She may be not the freshest. She's pushing a little more condition into her chest and up through her head and neck, but one that I can really appreciate with the power and substance and base width. Really a fault-free, fundamental type of a female. Young man does a great job getting her shown. Give him a big round of applause. Congratulations to you.
In that April birth date, Caden Swenson, first place. A special thank you to Jack Johnson and Grace Thompson from Spencer Ag Supply for providing veterinary services during the 2022 Dickinson County Fair. So if you see those people, thank them for their work for being the vets for the week. Next in will be the March birthday heifers, Tyler Wallace, Riley Johansson, Anthony Quayle, and Sophia Lorch.
Made a small comment to the ring staff. I said the heat got turned up a little bit in this March class, and this young lady with the black heifer needs to win. I think she's just the most complete. She's really good. She's fresh. She's got a good look to her. She's sound, robust. One that's got a nice head and neck profile about her, really carries herself well underneath into her forerib. You want to pick on her. She could reach a little bit more out of her front end of her skeleton, give a little more flexibility to that knee, but a really high-quality female. I like this young man's red heifer that comes in next. I mean, one that's my kind in terms of femininity in her head and neck, really sound from the feet and leg standpoint. One that probably reaches better than her class winner. Young man does a great job getting her stuck. One that I really think is going to make a tremendous cow for the young man. It was close with this young man's black heifer here. Here's some give and take. She's got more muscle than that red heifer. She's got more substance underneath of her. But I just like to make her a little more feminine and smoother and freshen her up a little bit on a condition standpoint. She's just pushing a little more condition into her front end and in her chest. One that I think still fundamentally sound and got plenty of muscle and body. Really stout, powerful Charolais heifer coming in next. One that just needs to be smoothed up a little bit, toned down on the muscle and give her a shot more femininity, but heifer that's really high quality as well. Congratulations on a great class of marches. We'll give these kids a big round of applause.
Okay, in that first class of March birth dates, first place going to Riley Johansson, second to Tyler Wallace, third to Anthony Quayle, and fourth place to Sophia Lorch. In the second class of March birth dates will be Aubrey Wallace, Riley Johansson, Liliana Gunderson, Layden Twayton, and Sullivan Radcliffe.
square her up in her chest floor, in her knee, and make her feet point forward more. One that's really got a lot of unique pieces that I think could be a really cool breeding piece down the road. Young man's black heifer coming next. Really ran into a tough class here, but one that's got a lot of power, one that's really long spined, really good from hooks to pins, gets out on a big set of feet and legs. One just got out horsepower today. Young man's red heifer, lightest heifer in the class. Standpoint, one that just needs to be freed up on the move, but one that's got some length of body and some muscle. Really high heifers. Congratulations, Dave. Let's give them a big hand.
In that second class of March birth dates, Riley Johansson first place, Aubrey Wallace second, Liliana Gunderson third, Sullivan Radcliffe fourth, and Landon Twayton fifth.
The biggest thing is ones you have everybody together, right? Where all the eggs
They're all.
Yeah. And
That's just the biggest thing.
And then they'll pick them up. And then
ribbon boxes.
So now we'll bring in the top March birth dates to pick a champion March heifer and a reserve.
The market heifers and the market steers. That's
We get our two March class winners out here, and they really represent what I kind of like to see in a female, something that's attractive, something that has some power, some substance, and really good on the move. And I think these two class winners are splitting hairs here and there. There's some things you can give and take, you could probably say. For me, though, I'm going to use the young lady out of the first class of Marches to be your champion. Young lady out of the second class will be reserved. Congratulations.
See it. See, so I don't know if it was both Rileys.
they were both Riley's.
Okay.
I thought there was a piece I didn't recognize.
Riley Johansson.
Riley Johansson won first and second.
Okay. Okay.
Top March heifer was Riley Johansson, and reserve was also Riley Johansson. Now we're into the February birth dates. In this class is Allison Wallace, Aiden Quayle, Dylan Whitrock, and Sullivan Radcliffe.
Really nice female that leads off this February class. One that kind of hits me pretty hard. She's the kind I like. She's got some performance. She's sound. She's good looking from the side. She's got plenty of muscle. Good bodied. One that I think will be really interesting when we get her back out here for the champion drive. Young lady does a great job getting her stuck. One that I think just has a lot of quality, and especially just for having that much power and still being that smooth. That's a unique animal. And coming in second, really got a stout featured type of a female. Really, I made a comment to him about how did he get her so hairy. One that's really square down her top. Maybe want to fix her in her loin a little bit, but one that has a really good set to her knee and her rear hind leg. One that just ran into a really good white heifer in this class. Young man coming in next, a little flatter sided type of a female. One that needs a little more power and weight per day of age, but one that's really long and square from hooks to pins, dead level from her head to her tail, gets out and moves very well. Nice cow prospect for the young man. Young man rounding out the class. Charlotte Heifer's just fighting the halter a little bit with him today, but one that I think's really high quality in terms of feet and leg structure. One that's got a bright feature down the yode for him. Let's give these exhibitors a round of applause. Congratulations to all of you.
In that class of February birth dates, Allison Wallace first, Aiden Quayle second, Sullivan Radcliffe third, and Dylan Whitrock fourth. So now we'll be bringing in those three classes to pick the champion breeding heifer. Okay, now we'll be picking the champion breeding heifer. So in this class, we have Jamin Eilers, Miley Wagee, Tyler Tunglin, Caden Swenson, Riley Johansson, should be another calf of Riley's, and Allison Wallace. So Riley's only got one calf in here.
Did they DQ her?
Well, that's the thing. It's like, do we DQ the animal because it had a bad, like a false showman? Because for me, it will exist for disciplinary purposes.
Well, she only showed her for this. So I would say probably this is what you would, not the whole animal. But
She's only,
I don't know. What they
Listen, every single person in this barn has it out for that family. And if I
I
do
know.
that, it's setting a precedent. Like,
We get our respective age groups and class winners out here for the champion drive in the female show. Let's give these exhibitors a round of applause on a great set of females they brought to us. To me, it's very important for me when I go out and judge these things. I get to judge and sort these shows. I get to learn a lot, and it helps me a lot when I see this kind of cattle. I think there's a group of females out here that are fundamentally sound. They're structured. They got some body. They got some muscle, and they're really good from this side. I won't take too much more of your time. I got a heifer or two in mind that'll get you a grand in reserve. One more time, give these kids a big round of applause. I'll get you a champion.
I'll wait till after he announces.
Champion breeding heifer going to Allison Wallace and reserved to Riley Johansson.
Well, I need to know what was this morning. So she had.
So which one reserve is
And they told me that I can see. So if you can find the one.
59. Say hi to the cow.
Pet it a little
Pet
bit.
it a little bit.
Yeah, talk nice.
Tell you love it.
Do you want this? Do you want this?
Yeah. Whatever you think. I'll see if I can find them.
I just don't know which of the two it was.
Okay.
So it's those two. So I just need to know, like, if you put down which ear tag.
It was 51
50.
TJ.
Yes, 59.
R14.
So our next class coming in should be the market beef heifer, Gracie Gunderson and Allison Wallace.
Do you need more?
What?
Is there enough?
So now, tough question. You or
Okay, this class is the market beef heifers, Gracie Gunderson and Allison Wallace.
Real high quality set of pair of market heifers in this division as we kick off the market beef show. It's really interesting for me to look at these market heifers. I want them to be stout, but I still want them to have some structure and have a good look from the side. With that being said, young lady in the second hole will be your champion market heifer. Young lady in the first, you'll be reserved. Congratulations to both of you.
Got first.
In that market heifer class, Allison Wallace, first place, reserve going to Gracie Gunderson. Now we'll start the market steer division, lightweight, Kelsey Arrett from the Silver Lakers.
Thank you.
Here's a nice prospect in this lightweight division, single entry calf. One that's got some frame size to him, got some length of body, pretty fresh in his condition, and going to have a lot of future to this calf. Young lady does a great job getting him shown. Congratulations on your single entry. Give her a big round of applause, please.
In that first class of lightweights, Kelsey Arrett. The next class coming in, lightweight division 2, should be Gracie Gunderson, Brianna Swenson, Kendall Niemeyer, and Trevor Reisberg.
Say hi to them. CID is in the corner of the booth this morning. So, thank the ring help and then say, feel free to, say special thank you.
We'd like to thank Joe and Allison from CFE for helping in the ring this morning, and they also have a booth in the southwest corner of the show ring, so stop and look at their booth, but thanks to Joe and Allison.
Perfect, thank you.
So in this class is Gracie Gunderson, Brianna Swenson, Kendall Niemeyer, and Trevor Reisberg.
Here's a really competitive class of lightweight steers, and it's close on the top for me. I really like the completeness in the young man, the roan marked steer, the shorthorn marked one that's just a little bit sounder on his feet and legs, one that's just a little more squared up, one that's more bolder about his forerib and more opened up underneath of his chest floor, one that I think's got a little more completeness to him. I love the young lady's calf in second. On the standstill, that's a long-bodied calf. Fresh as the daisy when you get your hands on him. really good muscle shape down his top. When he set him in motion, I just want to rearrange his hock just a little bit. I mean, he just looks a little straighter out of that hock when he gets on the move, but a calf that I think has a lot of quality, a lot of really neat features about him. Young lady coming in next and third. One that's got some length of body. She's square from hooks to pins. Just want to maybe put him a little more muscle up over his top shape, freshen him up in his condition compared to those two ahead of him, but a really complete, sound, functional steer. The Charolais cross calf that comes out next. High-performing type of a calf, got a little extra frame to him, just a little lighter in his muscle shape, doesn't have as much, isn't opened up underneath, but a high-quality calf. That's a great project for the young lady. Congratulations to you exhibitors. Let's give them a round of applause.
In that second class of lightweights, first place going to Trevor Reisberg, second place to Gracie Gunderson, third to Brianna Swenson, and fourth to Kendall Niemeyer. We'll now pick the champion lightweight steer.
We should not have Claire in charge. Don't worry.
As we get out here in our lightweight division with our two respective class winners, I think there's some give and take in a weight per day of age standpoint. With that being said, I think there's still plenty of quality in that young lady's shark calf. But we're going to keep the class two together. We'll keep your Roan Mark steer as champion lightweight. Young lady that came second out of that class will be your reserve. Give them a big round of applause. Congratulations to those two.
So the champion lightweight steer is Trevor Reisberg, and reserve is Gracie Gunderson.
I wonder if when I was going in and adding stuff, if he got like overlap. I bet that's what happened. If there's anything else like that, we can go back in and double check on that.
Coming in now will be the market steer middleweight first class, Liliana Gunderson, Justine Reese, Gavin Franker, and Sophia Lorch.
A real complete black and white steer to win this class. Young lady does a good job of getting him presented. One that's long-bodied. He's got some muscle shape down his top. He's really square from hooks to pins. He's fresh in his condition. He ain't really pushing that much cover on him today, but one that I think is just fundamentally fairly correct. One that just really hits you hard when he hits the ring. Has a good look from the side. Young lady does a great job. Young lady coming in second. This is a closer pair for me between second and third. Wins that just on terms of muscle shape and overall dimension. That calf's got more muscle down his top, and he's more turned to his stifle. That's a really good just meat and potatoes type of a calf. Just ran into a little bit of a war horse this morning on black and white steer. Really like the completeness in this calf that comes in third. Really smooth in his condition already. One that's a real basic, really fundamental type of a calf that gets out and moves, covers his tracks, just doesn't have the bells and whistles. Young lady that rounds out the class just gets beat on structure today. One that just needs to be freed up on the go, but one that has some length of body and some muscle. A real nice project for the young lady. Congratulations to you exhibitors.
In that first class of middleweights, first place to Liliana Gunderson, second to Justine Reese, third place to Gavin Franker, and fourth place to Sophia Lorch. The next class of middleweights coming in will be Brianna Swenson, Caden Swenson, Wyatt Lorch, Landon Twayton, and Anthony Quayle.
Here's a real challenging class for me to sort through. There's a lot of differences in give and take, and if you're sitting ringside and want to switch these calves around, I wouldn't. I'd definitely agree with you. A young man with the slicker-haired steer will lead off the class. One that I think is just absolutely correct in his fundamentals, and takes a little bit to get. When he first walks in, he doesn't hit you as hard as the steer in the second. He's not as blessed with that big of a hair coat, but when you really break it down, that calf is really fresh in his condition. He's really big down his top. He's pushing more muscle down his top. He's wider from stifle to stifle. That's a really complete, really nice calf. Young man coming in second, I really, my heart goes out to you because you brought a really good steer in here, and that calf is sound at the ground. He gets out. He's just getting a little wasty today in terms of condition. He's pushing a little more chest. He's getting a little wasty underneath, but a calf that's ultra complete and ultra high quality. Really well presented calf that comes in third. Gets there just in terms of look and design and structure. He needs to have a little more muscle behind him to get ahead in the class, but one that's super complete. Just maybe want to lengthen him out a little bit, but I really appreciate the hoof structure, the feet and legs on that calf. Young lady has a real meat and potatoes type of a steer coming in next. One that's real long body, probably going to have a really good carcass weight about him. One that's got some hooks, some width from hooks to pins. One that's really good at the ground as well, but just gets a little plainer about his look in the steer show today. Young man rounding out the class has a really attractive steer that has muscle, just on a lighter weight per day of age standpoint. Maybe want to just give him a little more fleshing ability and give him a more robust look about his rib cage. Really high quality set of steers. Congratulations to you exhibitors. Please give them a round of applause.
Second, that second class of middleweights, first place going to Landon Twayton. First place going to Landon Twayton. Second place to Wyatt Lorch. Third place to Anthony Quayle. Fourth place to Brianna Swenson. And fifth place to Caden Swenson. Our next class will be the heavyweight first class. Trevor Reisberg, Aiden Quayle, and Laney Lorch. Oh, excuse me, we've got to pick the middleweight champion yet. Excuse me. Fire me, I'm free.
You know what's going on, though. Oh.
Oh, see, I got to look at the top.
Yeah. Right?
We get into our middleweight class winners. It's pretty close when you get those the two class winners side by side. When you start talking about presence and having some body, having some muscle, being smooth condition. They both get out and they move fairly well off of both ends of their skeleton. It's pretty close to me, kind of almost splitting hairs, but young lady with the black and white steer will be your champion middleweight. Young man out of Class 2 will be reserved. Congratulations to you two.
So your champion middleweight steer goes to Lillian Gunderson, and reserve Landon Twayton. Okay, now we're ready for the heavyweight steers. First class will be Trevor Riceberg, Aiden Quayle, and Laney Lorch.
Really nice class to start out the heavyweight division. The young man's white steer needs to win. He's really sound, structured, and he does a great job getting him presented. He must know what he's doing with the feed bucket because that calf is right on point in terms of freshness, right on the edge of having just enough cover on him and still making that smooth silhouette, still having some muscle, really raw in his bone work, one that actually, I really like that calf quite a bit. Young lady coming in second gets there just because he's a little more stouter featured. He's more opened up underneath on the ground in terms of muscle. He's wider from over his top and over behind his shoulder. Young man's got a really attractive steer from the side that rounds out the class, one that's fighting the halter a little bit. Just need to power that calf up and open him up underneath just to give him more muscle. But a really high quality class of heavyweights here. Give these exhibitors a round of applause. Thank you.
In that first class of heavyweight, first place going to Trevor Riceberg, second to Laney Lorch, and third place to Aiden Quayle. In our second class of heavyweights will be Landon Twayton, Brianna Swenson, Caden Swenson, and Caden Swenson.
Here's a real pair of meat and potatoes type of steers that come out this class. Young man that'll lead off the class has a really good, strong top steer, one that's got some muscle, really good in his length of body, square from hooks to pins. Just a real good calf in terms of product, one that's opened up underneath and gets out on the move really well. Young lady steer that comes in second, got some muscle shape down his top, just needs to get out and move a little bit more off of his hip and hind leg. One that's just a little more compact. He's not as long bodied, he's a little shorter about his front end and extension. Another pair, and then the next two steers, the red steer and the next pair of steers, they're a little bigger, higher performing, framier type of steers that don't have as much muscle underneath of them. I like the red steer just because of his length of body, has a little more turn over his rib shape, but a really good pair of steers, and especially on the top two. Congratulations to the exhibitors.
In that class, Caden Swenson, first place. Brianna Swenson, second place. Third place to Caden Swenson, and fourth place to Landon Twayton.
Do you know which one was which?
We'll now pick the champion heavyweight steer. While we're waiting for them to come in, the rate of gain for the top five for 2022 was Brianna Swenson. Her calf gained 3.11 pounds per day. Caden Swenson was 3.09. Landon Twayton was 3.02. Laney Lorch fourth with 2.88. And Wyatt Lorch was fifth with 2.86.
You'll have banners for these.
These get banners.
For the heavyweight champion, Trevor Riceberg, Caden Swenson, Laney Lorch, and Brianna Swenson.
We get our class winners and respected seconds out here in this heavyweight division. It's pretty simple for me, folks, when it comes down to these two class winners. I'm going to go ahead and use the young man's Shawcross steer for your champion heavyweight. Young man out of class 2, you'll be reserved. Congratulations to both exhibitors.
Champion heavyweight steer goes to Trevor Riceberg. Second place to Caden Swenson. We will now pick the overall champion steer.
wait, is it
Just the 6 champions. Yeah.
Yeah.
reserve, and then the middleweight and the reserve and the heavyweight? Is it that?
Should just be the 6 class.
Well, as we get our steers out here, their respected weight divisions, I just want to say it's been a pleasure to evaluate these steers. I really enjoy looking at these market animals. It's something that I've really enjoyed doing as a young kid, and as I get older, I really have a lot of fun doing this, and this is a great opportunity for me, and it's a great opportunity for these young kids, and I just want to thank everyone for the opportunity at that. With that being said, when we get down to these champion steers, it's really fun for me because the way I like to pick the steers, I want 1 foot in the show ring and 1 foot in the feedlot, and it's fun when you when you can combine those 2 traits. They have some muscle, they have some body, they're sound structured, they're covered well, and have a really good extra presence to the side. That's something that's really fun for me to evaluate. It's been a great great steer show. I'll go out and select you a champion steer. Give these exhibitors a big round of applause.
Can you see on Caden
Your tag number?
That's Trevor, isn't it?
that's Trevor with his show?
Overall champion steer going to Trevor Riceberg. And reserve champion going to Trevor. Now we'll be picking the grand champion market beef. Once again, our judge is Weston Geppert from Mitchell, South Dakota. And our ribbon gal is Claire Schollerman, your new fair queen.
Let her have a few. Let her introduce herself.
Oh, do you want Claire? Do you want to talk?
Yep. Sorry.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Claire Schollerman. I am the daughter of Jeff and Rachel Schollerman. I just graduated from Okoboji High School. I'll be attending SDSU next year to major in egg communications with minors in egg business marketing and land appraisal. I've been a part of 4-H for 9 years now, FFA for 4. I have served as president, vice president, and secretary. I am currently the president of the Milford Pioneers and the president of the Dickinson County Youth Council. Thank you for having me. I should repeat the same thing over and over and over again.
So what's this?
This is the overall champion
Market
market
beef.
beef. So the heifer's in there too.
So do you have a
Should
this
have
is
a banner.
overall market beef?
She has the market beef.
I just handed out market beef.
That was the
That was champion steer.
That was the steer.
Who handed me that one?
There wasn't any first.
Okay, well then I gotta go get those banners back.
We get out here for a Supreme Market Heifer, we get the Market Heifer back out here for the Supreme Market Beef Drive, and it's close when you get to put both of them together, and she's got a good shape on her top. She's wide from hooks to pins. She's sound. She's attractive. She's got some really cool pieces about her, one that I think is just tremendously high quality. I don't do this very often, but I'll tell you what, it's usually really splitting hairs for me on this particular pair. The one's got a little more muscle. Young lady, you'll be your Supreme Champion with your Market Heifer. Young man, you'll be reserve.
So the Grand Champion Market Beef goes to Allison Wallace, and reserve goes to Trevor Riceberg. Next up will be the Beef of Merit, and Beth Dorn, the Northwest Iowa Extension Beef Specialist, will tell you a little bit about that. Beth?
We're just going to announce to the top and call them out.
Oh, you're going to...
We're just going to announce.
Have them come.
Yeah,
come
yes,
in.
and yes. So have them come in the show.
Just go to the bar.
It should.
Would the following kids come to the show arena? Brianna Swenson, Lainey Lorch, Wyatt Lorch, and Caden Swenson. Please come to the show ring for the Merit of Beef, please. Brianna Swenson, Caden Swenson, Lainey Lorch, and Wyatt Lorch. Please come to the show arena.
Okay. I want to congratulate all of you for taking your animals through the Beef of Merit contest. And I don't want you to think about the live judging being the same as your Beef of Merit. Your live judge was looking for some things in terms of carcass, but he was also looking for structural soundness. In your Beef of Merit, it's going to look at three things. It's going to look at the rate of gain on your calf. It's going to look at the yield grade of your calf. Yield grades run from 1 to 5, 5 being a very fat animal, one being a very lean animal, and it's going to look at quality grade. And that runs from prime, choice, select. And I think we believe maybe we had one animal that fell in as a standard that wasn't quite ready, market ready yet. So I want you to think about the contest results. And Caden, I want to talk to you about your fifth place animal at a fair gain of 3.09. That's one of the things that got you into the top 5, even though your animal went high select. Okay, so you also had the 4th place animal. And when we were looking at that animal didn't gain quite as much, 2.66, but it did go low choice. And it did have a 2.43, which is good in terms of yield grade. A lot of muscle in that calf. By muscle, one of the things they look at is the ribeye area. And that animal had not quite, but almost 16 square inches of ribeye. That's a lot of steak. Okay, Wyatt, you had an animal that gained a little bit more at 2.86. It went low choice, but the yield grade on it was 2.91. Now, Laney, I want you to step forward. And Brianna, I want you to step forward. You two fell into the champion and reserve hole. Laney, you had an animal that went 2.88. That was one of the things that put you in there. What I really liked about your animal and what packers would really like about your animal, it went the upper 2/3 of choice. We don't know whether it went high choice or average choice, but it did go that. And Brianna, you had your grand champion. This animal had 3.11 in terms of gain. That was one of the things that really helped sail you to the top on that. It also went, though, low choice and had a yield grade of 2.46. So I want you folks, if you're out there in the crowd, please congratulate all of these exhibitors. You had 23 compete in your carcass contest this year. And I want to say this. They say a lead animal can't always grade. Well, they went low choice, which is a little better than what we're going to see this afternoon with some of our pens of 3. So you're to be congratulated. That's tough to keep them on feed. It's tough to have it's tough to have the yield grades and the quality grades when you're dealing with extreme heat like you have this year. So congratulations to all of you. Thank you.
Does your individual beef with merit, does this go to the champion? Brianna Swenson?
Yes. Brianna does. Yes.
Brianna get this?
Yes,
Yes.
the first place.
In the barns, would all the rate of gain people come to the show ring Brianna Swenson, Caden Swenson, Landon Twayton, Lainey Lorch, Wyatt Lorch, Trevor Riceberg, Brianna Swenson again, and Allison Wallace. Brianna, Caden, Landon, Lainey, Wyatt, Trevor, Allison. Please come to the show ring.
The Okoboji FFA lunch is ready to go.
The Okoboji FFA luncheon is ready to go. But those rate of gain people, please come to the show ring. So who are we missing? Landon Twayton, come to the show ring. Trevor, please come to the show ring. Allison Wallace to the show ring. Allison Wallace to the show ring. So who am I missing?
There's two Lorches. Two Swensons and Landon. Is that everybody?
Nope. Allison Wallace.
Oh. Okay. Allison is a kind of okay. That's all right.
Oh, shoot. Okay. No problem. We will start. We'll just hand them out if you want to announce them, and then we'll get a photo.
Okay. Okay, for the rate of gain, Brianna Swenson, 3.11. Caden Swenson, 3.09. Landon Twayton, 3.02. Lainey Lorch, 2.88. Wyatt Lorch, 2.86. Trevor Riceberg, 2.82. Brianna Swenson, 2.73. Caden Swenson, 2.66. Trevor Riceberg, 2.66. And Allison will get yours to you, 2.66. Those are your 10 entries for the rate of gain.
Give it to Val. There she is. Oh, she can get in there for a picture then.
We'd like to take a picture, so please hang around.
So then we're going to take.
Okay, right now we're going to take a lunch break. We will resume judging out in the advanced feeding project at 12 o'clock. 12 o'clock sharp for the advanced feeding project. So you got lunch from now till then. So you got an hour and 10 minutes for lunch. And then after we're done in the barns, then we'll be taking pictures of the champions. So don't anybody run away. Comb your hair and smile.